We just keep winning with Avengers Doomsday and really just the future of the MCU in general. We have some great news today to go over that involves Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, and his involvement and his care, I would say, with the future of the MCU. We're talking not just Avengers Doomsday today, but Secret Wars, Spiderman Brand New Day, the X-Men. We're talking about a lot. And I also will say that I find it kind of funny that theaters right now are showing fan-made posters for Spider-Man Brand New Day. They did this for Spider-Man No Way Home as well, but a lot of people have been posting these online. And I think it's pretty funny. We should be expecting that trailer pretty soon. Most of the insiders online right now who are talking about it predict that it's right around the corner. It could come tomorrow, could come in a week, but if we hear anything, we'll be sure to let you know. But going to the Kevin Feige reports, this is just awesome because it sounds like really what we have now for Doomsday and Secret Wars is what we had for peak MCU in the Infinity Saga. We have the Russo brothers, and we have one of the writers that they used to write all of their films, right? Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. So 2 Captain America movies and the last 2 Avengers movies, we got the Russo brothers and Stephen McFeely and Kevin Feige. That's what we have right now for Avengers Doomsday. And according to these new reports coming from Deadline writer Justin Kroll, who was recently on a YouTube channel, I want to make sure I shout out the YouTube channel here. It was on an episode of the Mom's Basement podcast. He said on this podcast that Feige has been stretched so thin basically after Avengers Endgame, which we all knew. And they even came out and admitted that. He said that Disney made them do so much and Kevin Feige was working on so much. That's why we got basically everything we did in phase 4, 5, and well, not 6, because 6 is what we're in now. But basically a lot of people, complain about the quality of projects and the amount of projects and everything, just ideas, just they complained in general. And the reason is because, we know at this point in time, Kevin Feige just wasn't there to oversee everything directly. However, that has changed. His focus has completely changed because according to Justin Kroll, he states, Feige has been so stretched thin with the TV shows and all these other things, and maybe doing a Star Wars, which, yeah, he was supposed to do a Star Wars film, which I was excited for, but I like this better. He has been solely focused on Doomsday and Secret Wars for like a year straight. This has been it. He has just been focused on Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Nothing else, no other projects, with the exception of one, which we'll get to in just a bit. Well, 2, I guess, which we'll get to in just a bit. He continues and he says, he's focused on this return. So just know that, people. He's in London all the time. If that dude has his mindset on just one thing, like he used to do back in the day with Iron Man or Thor, they turn out good. It's when he has 8 other things that it gets a little tougher. And I have to agree. Everything that we've got from Kevin Feige, when he was just focused on making one movie at a time, which is how the Infinity Saga was. Sure, sometimes you had overlap, but they were coming out in order. And when he was just able to focus on that, that was peak MCU. On top of that, peak of peak, Kevin Feige with the Russo brothers, when they all are just focusing on one thing, that is when we get the best projects that we've ever gotten from the MCU. The ones that I mentioned before, the Captain Americas, 2 of them, not all of them, 2 of them, and then the Avengers movies that we just recently got, they're all fantastic. It's peak Marvel. So now there's a second part to this report that I really, really love, because not only does this make me feel really good about Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, knowing that the time and care is being put in by Kevin Feige and the Russos, but now we're also hearing from the same thing. He only stepped away from Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, where they said he's on the set a lot. He's in London all the time. He's there hands-on with the movies. He only stepped away to hire Jake Schreier for the X-Men reboot film and to cast Sadie Sink in the MCU, because we've been hearing that Kevin Feige has, and I do quotes here, kind of let Sony's Amy Pascal handle Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, some insiders have already said, like the redacted guy, this is a little bit misleading. Kevin Feige does have a lot of input over the film, like overall, but he has mostly spent most of his time on the set of Doomsday and Secret Wars. But he knows what the story is. He's gone over the story. He had to approve it, of course. But Amy Pascal, yeah, sure, she's probably handling the day-to-day operations and making sure that Kevin Feige's vision, and her vision too, of course, I don't want to like downplay her. She's been involved with a lot of the Sony Marvel stuff for a while now. And some stuff hasn't come out good, but some stuff has, right? Especially when she works with Kevin Feige. And she is the reason that we got Spider-Man in the MCU, so I give her credit. But she is making sure that their vision, I will say, is being executed properly. But the fact that Kevin Feige has only left Doomsday and Secret Wars to cast Sadie Sink really, to me, points to the fact that she is indeed playing Jean Grey. And recently, Deadline did report that Sadie Sink is going to appear in Secret Wars. So even though she might not be in Doomsday, and we're hearing that the Hulk and Spider-Man aren't in Doomsday, so really the people involved with Spider-Man Brand New Day aren't in Doomsday. Even though she's not in Doomsday, she's going to be in Secret Wars. Well, her character has to be somebody important. If Kevin Feige took the time to go and make sure that they had a perfect casting for this character, and she's appearing in Secret Wars, then she is I would say she is of vital importance to the future of the MCU. And I do think she's Jean Grey. But my opinion, based on the reports that we've heard and everything like that, right? So it's backed up by a lot of reports. It's not confirmed yet, obviously, until we actually hear it from the movie. But I do believe she is playing Jean Grey because, yeah, of course she's going to appear in Secret Wars and then after. So Kevin Feige took time out of Doomsday and Secret Wars to make sure the X-Men movie was done properly and then cast an X-Men that will be ultimately in that movie, because they're setting this all up now. We've talked about it a lot on the channel. The DODC coming in Wonder Man and coming in Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're hunting superpowered individuals. This is how the hunt for mutants starts. It is starting right now. It really kind of started with Miss Marvel. They had that set up, and then they said Kamala Khan had a mutation, and then they played the X-Men theme song, right? So it's been set up. So in my mind, I don't really have any doubt anymore that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. But I also love that Kevin Feige is taking time to make sure the future of the MCU is exactly how he wants it to be. And even though he's like putting all of his focus right now into Doomsday and Secret Wars, his attention is still going into making sure the X-Men are going to be great and the future of the MCU is solid. So right now we just keep winning. I think really we just keep winning. Just the past few months, I think, have just been really, really exciting for Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, and Spider-Man Brand New Day as well. I really do think that he would only go out of his way to cast someone who would play just a super vital importance to the future of the MCU. And now knowing that he's basically just there on the set of Avengers Doomsday and then about to be Avengers Secret Wars because they're about to film, reassures me that this basically is being treated the way that the Infinity Saga projects were being treated. And that's kind of the biggest indicator to me that they know what this needs to be. And even in the report, even when Justin Kroll was talking, he said Kevin Feige is focused on this return. And Kevin Feige and Disney, people at Disney and Marvel Studios, they have admitted that, yeah, they know that superhero fatigue is a thing for some people. It's not for some people, but it is for a lot of people. They know that not everybody was happy with all of their projects. They know that the quality went down. Like, they've admitted all of this now, and that's a good thing. It's good that they acknowledge that some of the fandom, or a lot of the fandom, feel that way, right? Again, I always say, if you liked everything, I'm really happy for you. I love Marvel, and I wish I loved everything that came from Marvel, everything that came from DC. Just, I wish I would never have to watch something bad. I wish I would love everything, right? But the bad makes you appreciate the good. But the fact that they understand that, and now Kevin Feige is not being stretched too thin, and the Russo brothers have returned with Stephen McFeely, I have all the confidence in the world now for Avengers Doomsday, especially with everything that we've been hearing, recently. I'm really, really excited. I also do want to add one thing, because I say this in a lot of videos. My one rule is that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man cannot die in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars. I don't care. I mean, I would care if other people died, but he is my main one who I do not want to die. We have recently heard from Alex Perez that he is not going to die, at least not in Avengers Doomsday. So Alex Perez has heard that he doesn't die. And I know a lot of people were worried because we just heard a report about the opening scene, which we did yesterday in yesterday's video. The opening scene being Tobey Maguire's universe being basically hit with an incursion from the X-Men universe, and Tobey and Doc Ock are going to fight the X-Men. It's good to know that Spider-Man's not going to die in that, if Alex Perez's report is true. So good news there. Just wanted to share that. And again, I do think it's really funny that theaters are using fan-made Spider-Man Brand New Day posters to put on display to get people excited for it. They did that for No Way Home, and I thought it was funny then. I still think it's funny now. Overall, I love that so much care is being put into just what is about to come from the MCU. It makes me very, very excited. And Kevin Feige, just so everybody's aware if you don't know, he is not involved with the TV side anymore. That is Brad Winderbaum. And I think Brad has a good vision as well. I hope Wonder Man is awesome. But Kevin Feige really has just been focused on the Avengers movies, the future of the X-Men, and now Spider-Man Brand New Day, of course, as well. But I think we're in for a big treat here. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Does this make you feel better? If you were a little kind of on the fence about how good Doomsday was going to be or the quality of it, does this make you feel any better? And are you more excited? Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest MCU news. Avengers Doomsday, Secret Wars, Spider-Man Brand New Day, the X-Men, everything. We talk about it every single day on the channel. Would love for you to join. And you can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.